So today I'm going to be showing you how to assemble a Whisperlite stove, so for backpacking. So you'll have this bag, and in it will be a sheet of metal, block the wind, or if you don't want to burn your table, you can use it as that also. A pump, hot stove, and a stove. So we'll set the stove. These will just move around. Make sure there's little dents. I don't know if you can see. Make sure the each of the prongs is lined up with those dents so that it doesn't move when you put your pot on. Set it down. Now be very careful with this. This is basically jet fuel. So you'll unscrew it, and you have to be really careful around campfires. You maybe want to take like at least 10 steps back, really far away from a campfire, because you don't want this to light. So first things first, put the valve in. We'll tighten it. Now make sure it's fully tightened so no stuff comes out on you. Then you pump it up. And about 20 pumps, maybe 25, until you feel like a lot of pressure against the pump. If you don't have enough, none of the fluid will come out. Next, you'll have this little valve thing. And you'll have here. Stick it down in. The wrong way again. I think it's the wrong way. Not the wrong way around. There we go. Then this is a safety. You always want to have this down before you light, or else this could come off and everything would light on fire. It would not be good. So you always keep this closed while you're cooking. Just snaps like that. You have a couple extra good pumps for luck. Now, if you look right down there, you turn the valve just a tad, a little bit, and it may take a minute until liquid starts coming out of it. It may be a little bit slow to get started, but then it should go well. Now, you want to wait until this little tin down here is not completely full, just slightly full of your jet fuel or fuel. Then, take your lighter. I'll be very careful with this. Make sure you don't have any on your hands, because sometimes while you're putting the pump in, you'll get stuff on your hands. Or, well, you turn the valve too far and it overflows and spills onto the ground. You do not want that, because it can catch leaves or sticks or yourself on fire. Then you want to like clean that up if that happens. So make sure it's just a tiny little bit in there, not too much, until it lights. Now these flames are not the flames you're looking for. These flames are like, they're not as hot as you want it. So you let this burn for a little bit. Make sure the liquid's off, your fuel's off. Now you wait a little bit. You could honestly have your pot on here right now, start getting heated up at this point. Alright, so now that the flame is like coming down, then you turn your liquid back on, or your fuel back on. Now you hear that noise? That's a great sign. Now, I don't know if you can see on the video, now there's this blue flame going around that rim there. And that is exactly what you want. That's pretty much perfect. This is perfect right here. You put your pot on, and you start cooking. I don't know if you guys can see it on the video. All right. Now, to turn it off, you turn it all the way down. and you can see there's no more liquid coming out of there. And now this is really important. Like, a lot of people will just take this off immediately right after they finish cooking, but once you take this off, there's some fuel still in here. Then fuel will, like, a couple drops will spray, but that's still a couple drops could fly into there. Night. Make sure it's totally out and cool. Then undo the safety. Sorry. Take that out. And now this part, you do it slowly, almost like you're opening a can of soda. You don't want it to spray everywhere. Now you may get a little bit on your hand, just make sure you're nowhere near anything wet. Now some will spray, be careful, it doesn't get in your eyes. Now shake this off away from your fire or where you would be cooking. Make sure you get it all off. Put your cap back on your propane. Make sure it's all the way closed. I'm not going to do it because it's squeaky, the video. Make sure that's all the way closed. Now let this cool down before you put it back. This, you don't need to deassemble any of this bottom stuff or anything. And before you put it away, or before you like put it, before you put it away, make sure everything's all closed up, tucked in nice, and put it in your bag, and always keep it in somewhere like dry, in your tent, or somewhere like that. And keep your bottle probably away from